Ipswich ReCreation and Culture, we put the capital on the C to emphasize the creative aspect of reinventing ourselves and our community while at play. Greetings, neighbors and friends. Kerrie Bates from Ipswich ReCreation and Culture. And I'm here today at the ICAM recording studios with friends and volunteers at the Ipswich Visitor Center. Part of what I get to do for the community is to manage an all-volunteer staff who keep the Visitor Center open 7 days a week, 5 months out of the year, and we're just getting ready for our 2023 season. So we've got Susan Demarle and Judy Gardner, and also with us today is Gordon Harris, the Ipswich Town Historian. A couple things that I just wanted to say quickly about the Visitor Center before we get started is that the Ipswich Visitor Center at 36 South Main Street is part of the Essex National Heritage Area Network. And of those New England coastal towns, I think Ipswich is the only one that is staffed entirely by volunteers. So that is a point of pride and privilege. And so it is my honor today to introduce you to two of our volunteers.
My name is Susan Demarle. I've been a volunteer for over 10 years. I have grown up in Ipswich with my son for over 25 years. Although I now live outside of town, I come back every Thursday, look forward to it, to volunteer. I have met many people from around the world. I delight in meeting and hearing their stories in a beautiful historic building that just seeps history and in love, really. One of my favorite stories is a family who came from the Midwest. They had 2 young kids. They were a little bit bored by the stories that the parents were talking about, and I happened to mention they might want to go to our famous toy store downtown. Well, that lit them right up. I looked at the dad and I said, we do have breweries too. They left with the little girls singing, toys, 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 toys. So it's a pleasure to volunteer.
And I do love how the volunteers are like indexed, and they really get to customize recommendations for the people who come so that they can find exactly what will please them as they're visiting our town. Judy.
Hi, I'm Judy Gardner, and I also have been a volunteer for about 10 years, recruited by Susan. One of the things that appeals most to me about the Visitor Center is the people that come in and helping them to find different things and information, especially about genealogy and related to their old families. We have a wonderful amount of resources, both online through what Gordon has done, and we have actual books and books on the table that have pictures of a lot of the historic houses in town. And of course, that's a big feature for people who come to visit, and they're looking for their roots, tracing their ancestors. They usually pull out their cell phone, take pictures of the pictures, and I've learned a lot, which is really one of the great benefits of working at the Visitor Center. In addition to helping other people, you also learn a great deal about the town as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Gordon, can you tell us your interest and involvement at the Ipswich Visitor Center?
Well, you know, Kerrie, you and I have been working together for a really long time, and for about 10 years I've been the town historian, appointed by the town manager. So a few years ago we decided let's join forces, and what I've done is add an online component. HistoricIpswich.org is the Historic Ipswich website. So I recently have sort of rearranged it so it really is the website about the Visitor Center and all the resources that they use. So Ancestry, you mentioned, Judy. Ancestry. People come about genealogy. Somehow,
so many emails.
Everybody in this country seems to be related to somebody from Ipswich. They come here, and the town was one of the most important towns in 17th and early 18th century America. It was one of the 3 shire towns of Massachusetts. They come here looking for history. They'll come here looking for genealogy. So what I try to do is make those resources available. There's a couple of screens in the rear entrance. So if you go after hours, there's one screen that shows this marvelous calendar that Kerrie keeps going about Ipswich events.
The Ipswich events calendar, yep.
And then there's a touch screen right there that people can do their own research. And I monitor these from home to make sure that it's set back like we want it. So I'm looking forward to another year working
Awesome.
with the Visitor Center.
Awesome. So there's a public bathroom there,
There is.
and there's a water bubbler that was donated by the green team at the Ipswich High School. Also, we kind of share our roof with the Hall Haskell House Gallery, and that is a wonderful thing to invite people to come and check out new artists every week in season, so that's wonderful. So I just love that the Ipswich Visitor Center, which is on the Essex Coastal Scenic Byway, has both a physical presence and a digital presence. So there's plenty of ways for people to find out what Ipswich has to offer.
Yep.
And I thank you all for weaving together this welcome to people who are coming our
Yeah.
way. Thank
That's
you.
a great team.
Thank you.
Yeah.